Tom Smith was a nice young man. He wanted a job, but he could not find one. Many people needed jobs, but there were not many jobs available. Tom felt sad because he never had money to buy clothes or go to the cinema. When he was younger, Tom wanted to be a football player. He was good at football and tennis too. He was good at every sport, but other players were better than him. Now Tom had a new idea. He thought, maybe I can find a job in a sports shop. I will be happy then, and I will have money. But it was only an idea. It never happened. He tried hard to find a job. He looked in the newspapers every day and wrote many letters asking for a job. But he never got a job. One day, he saw something in the newspaper about a fair in the park near his house. That will be interesting, he thought. It is next Saturday. I think I will go. Yes, I will go. I am not doing anything this weekend, and it will not cost much. On Saturday, Tom walked to the park and bought a ticket for the fair. It was a warm summer day. The sky was blue, and the park looked very pretty. There were many flowers, blue, yellow, and red. Tom felt happy when he saw them. The fair was good too. There were a lot of people and many different games. Tom played some games. He won a box of fruit and a book about sports. Then he bought an ice cream because he was hot and thirsty. I am having a good day, he thought. He sat down and ate his ice cream. Now, what shall I do next? Suddenly, he saw large letters on a sign. Madame Zelda knows the future. Do you want to know your future? Come in and talk to Madame Zelda. Tom thought for a moment. Shall I go in? He wondered. Why not? I am not afraid of the future. Maybe it will be interesting. Yes, I will go in and talk to Madame Zelda. So he went inside. It was very dark. An old woman with gray hair and a kind face smiled at Tom. Hello, young man, she said. Sit down, and I will tell you about your future. Tom sat down. The old woman looked at some cards on the table. Take 3 cards, she said. Tom took 3 cards and gave them to her. The woman looked at the cards for a long time. Then she spoke. She did not smile. Now listen, she said. I have to tell you something very important. Do not go anywhere next Friday. If you travel next Friday, something bad will happen. You will not arrive at your destination. Remember this. Now, I can tell you nothing more. Be careful, young man. Tom left. The sun was very hot on his face. He had no more money and wanted to go home. I am not afraid, he thought. I do not travel. I do not go anywhere on any day. I do not have a job. So, I will not go anywhere next Friday. But on Thursday, Tom got a letter. It was an answer to one of his job applications. There was a job in a town 30 kilometers away. It was in a sports shop. The boss wanted to meet Tom the next day. Tom felt very happy. I have to take a train there, he thought. I cannot walk 30 kilometers. Suddenly, he remembered the old woman at the fair. He felt afraid. Do not go anywhere next Friday, she told him. But what can I do? Tom thought sadly. I cannot lose this job. It is too important for me. I have to take the train tomorrow. And what can an old woman know about the future? Nothing. But he was not happy about it. And he did not sleep well that night. The next day was Friday, and Tom went to the train station. He bought a ticket. The train arrived, and he got on it. An old man sat down next to Tom. The man had white hair and an intelligent face. He had a bad leg, and Tom felt sorry for him. The train left the station and went through the countryside. A waiter came with food, and the old man bought a sandwich. Then he smiled at Tom and said, Are you thirsty? I have some tea with me. Would you like some? He took out a cup and gave Tom some tea. He is a kind man, Tom thought. I really like him. He smiled at the old man and said, Thank you. I am Tom Smith. Are you traveling far? But the old man could not answer. Suddenly, there was a very loud noise, and the train stopped. What is wrong? The people on the train were afraid. They all looked out of the windows, but they could not see anything. Do not be afraid, Tom told his new friend. I will go and see. Maybe it is an accident. Stay here, and you will be safe. The old man smiled. Thank you, my young friend, he said. I will stay here. My legs are very weak. Tom found the train guard. What is wrong? He asked. Why did we stop? The guard looked unhappy. There is a large tree in front of the train, he said. We have to move it, but it will take a long time. This is the end of your journey. You have to get off the train and walk. Walk where? Tom asked. The guard looked at a map. There's a village near here. You can go there and maybe find a restaurant or a cafe. I have to stay here with the train. I am sorry about your journey, but you will get your money back. Tom thought, the money is not important. I really wanted that job. He felt very sad. Tom did not tell the old man about the job. He helped his friend off the train and carried his case to the village. Thank you very much, the old man said. I know my case is heavy. There is a computer inside and a lot of papers. Tom smiled. It is all right, he said, but inside, he felt very sad. I was stupid, he thought. I did not listen to the old woman, but she was right. I will not get that job now. The old man saw Tom's sad face and asked, What is wrong, my young friend? So Tom told him about the job in the sports shop. Then something strange happened. The old man smiled and then laughed. Why is he laughing? Tom thought. He did not understand. He felt a little angry. The old man was his friend, but this was a bad day for Tom. It was not funny. Tom could not speak or smile. The old man saw this and stopped laughing. Then he said, Listen to me, Tom, and do not be sad. I am a rich man. I have many shops in different towns. They are all sports shops. I want an intelligent young man to work in my new shop. It is my biggest shop. Will you work for me? I think I know you now. You were very kind to me on the train. You are the right person for the job. What is your answer? This is wonderful, Tom said with a big smile. This is the best day of my life, not the worst.